Life has a funny way of working out. Yeah. Let's go. I really wish I could rap.
I can actually rap. That's the thing.
You can't rap.
I can rap.
Rap. Spit something for us.
Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack of dawning. Now I'm yawning. Wipe the cold out my eye. Who's this paging me and why? It's my nigga Pop from the barbershop. Told me he was in the gambling spot and had an intricate plot.
Okay. That's giving karaoke. I'm talking about, you know.
That is my karaoke song.
Real rap.
I can rap, but obviously, like, this just isn't the time and place. That's all.
Hey guys, this is Lola, but you can call me Lola if you like.
Hi, this is Velisa, and you can call me Vels if you want. And this is the Everybody Hates HR podcast, episode 132.
All right, give us a little rap to start us.
The thing is, like, I just can't just rap on the spot. Do you know what I mean? Because I write my own rhymes.
But you can't just do it straight off the dome.
I mean, it's like I can't say I'm Velisa, but then I'm rapping Kendrick. Do you get
it? Yeah. But so not you write, but you don't really have the freestyle energy.
I do, but I have my own style.
Okay, so give us style.
I can't do that right now. Who do you think you are?
Anyway,
Leave me alone.
Anyway, guys.
I can rap, okay?
I don't think you can. Okay. I can actually MC.
No, you can't.
I actually can.
You can't.
I am true to this. I'm not new to this. If I wanted to, I would, but I don't want to. It doesn't really go with my current
aesthetic.
Not my current aesthetic. Not my brand. It doesn't, because I kind of rap about real things.
Shut up.
I do, and life on the roads and whatnot.
I hear it. That's why I can't say my rhymes.
I just don't think it would gel well. With
and same. I grew up on Aylesbury Estate. You don't know me.
Did you grow up in Aylesbury?
I did.
Okay. Yeah. It's all making sense now. It's all making sense.
I ain't even ashamed. And what? And
be a bit rough around the edges.
And dude, I don't care. Proud of it.
That place is like if let's say it was the Purge, I can imagine it could start in the middle of Aylesbury.
Do you know what? You're right, but I felt so safe.
Yeah, but it's like that. It's like that when you grow up somewhere.
Yeah. Can I just say though, I did grow up in Aylesbury Estate, but I grew up like in a house
adjacent.
Yeah, a house in front of the estate. So like I wasn't in a block.
When I was born, I was actually like, the first house I lived in was like off Wharf Road.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Like near Street Market.
Oh, that's my people.
Then we moved to Peckham, and then we moved to Southwark.
That's my people then.
Yeah. I'm a real South Londoner. Like I never left.
I'll always be South London.
When I eventually leave, there's gonna have to be a real reason.
I feel like where I live now still classes as South London.
It is.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's probably as far as I'd go.
Yeah, like,
because why would you need to go further? Like you have everything that you need there.
Yeah, for real. Like,
yeah, you want to raise a family, you can do everything.
It's
in
very
South London.
cute. Yeah.
I've also noticed a rise in South London hatred, and I'm not really sure why.
They just hate us because they ain't us. Honestly, that's literally it.
That's what I'm saying. Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, South.
There's so many.
Damson Idris, South. John Boyega, South.
Everybody.
Literally.
Everybody who's anybody. So yeah,
Adele, South.
There's
even though North tried to claim her, but she's South.
There's a lot of I just see a lot of it online.
It's because they ain't us.
It's just three groups that get unnecessary hate all the time. People from South London, Arsenal fans,
that's not unnecessary
and Nigerians.
Hate. That's not unnecessary hate.
I'm gonna tell your husband. I'm gonna tell your husband.
It's not unnecessary.
I will tell your husband.
They deserve everything
they get. I'm gonna tell your husband. I'm gonna report Velisa.
Nah, they deserve it, man. If they don't win this,
Velisa,
fine. If we don't win this Premier League
or any competition,
this one in
but any competition,
no,
like in any competition this year, I think it's fine. We just need to win one.
It has to be Champions League or Premier League. If they do not win either of those, Arsenal fans are going to be insufferable. More insufferable than they already are.
No, if we do win one, you mean?
No, if they don't win. If Arsenal fans win, they'll calm down. They'll finally.
No, I don't think
they will.
It's never going to happen.
They're insufferable all these years because they haven't won. when they finally win, they'll calm down.
I don't think that's what's going to happen.
That is what will happen.
I think what will happen is that Arsenal fans will actually. I don't really agree that Arsenal fans are insufferable.
No,
I feel like if they're ever going to be insufferable, it'll be after win.
They'll relax.
That's the only thing that anybody has against Arsenal fans, and we never win
trust
anything.
me, they will relax. They will become less insufferable. They're insufferable now because they haven't won. Honestly, that's why they move how they move, and because they're so close to winning, they're even on edge. Every little thing. That's why they didn't win their last match. They're always on edge because they're so close. But if they win, they'll calm down. They'll give Arteta a break. They won't be as so like, oh, we need to win the next one. They won't. They'll calm down.
And Nigerians was the third group. South Londoners, Arsenal fans, Nigerians. Obviously, Velisa won't speak on the last one because
too political.
So there's better.
But I have Nigerian blood.
You do. You do.
I do.
You do. Yeah. You are. You're. Yeah. By association,
exactly.
by blood. Yeah.
I have Nigerian blood.
Go on. Speak on it.
I've got Ghanaian blood too.
Speak on it.
It's Igbo blood. I don't know if that makes a difference.
No. Speak on why Nigerians are receiving hate.
They deserve it. just small, just a little bit.
Everyone loves Nigerians. I don't understand why. Like everyone loves Nigerians. It's just. Everyone just loves Nigerians. It's just certain behaviors can be a little bit wayward, but generally people love Nigerians. They love being around Nigerians.
You have to really understand Nigerians to love them.
I don't think you do. I feel like Nigerians can bring anything. We can bring good times. We can bring book smarts. We can bring entrepreneurial success. We can be loving wives, loving husbands.
You have to understand you lot, man.
I'm telling you, Nigerians can really do anything.
It took me years. If my stepdad wasn't Nigerian, I'd probably still be on the train of like, I don't understand you lot. But I've been around so much of his family. I now understand. I remember this time. Sorry, this is such a side note. But I remember when I was like, I think I was like 15 or 16. And my mum and stepdad went to a wedding. It was a Nigerian wedding. And I was coming later. It was on Ilderton Road. You know the vibes.
Oh, Ilderton Road. My mum had her 50th birthday party there.
It was on Ilderton Road. And I came later. Obviously, I'm a teenager. So I'm like, I don't need to come with you. And I wore black. And I wore purple tights.
That's insane. Why did you wear black? You may as well, and red on top. Basically red on top.
I'm 15. I'm not thinking like, oh, it's a wedding, I can't wear black. When I got there, the aunties ripped me.
Yeah.
I got ripped. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Even on the usual, they don't really like black like that.
Yeah, but it's fair to say I've never worn black since to a wedding.
I didn't wear black to a wedding. Who died?
Some people wear, if you've got that, now there's like the chic, that you see wear black.
Not Nigerian weddings.
But yeah, that will never happen.
Actually, you can do it now, but that generation will still never do it.
Yeah, they won't. But yeah, I got ripped for it. But I understand now,
Yeah, I can see that. Even like I see the Nigerian influence in you.
Everyone says that I give Nigerian vibes.
You do.
It's because I give money. That's why.
So you agree that Nigerians give money?
They do.
See,
they do.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, you have to pay for the trauma. So,
let's get into it.
Okay, what do you want to do first?
Please, because it's...
Oh, yeah, let's talk about... last episode we spoke about this crazy case, like that we were... Like, yeah. So...
Who wants to do it? I'll do it. Okay.
Should we use their real names?
Yeah.
You know the names. Like.
Yeah. So we have Paula, we have Stacey, and we have Michaela.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... they are paramedics for the Northwest Ambulance Service, so around the Manchester type area. And Stacey and Paula are married. Mm-hmm. Paula has been part of the ambulance service for 26 years. Mm-hmm. So she's not new to this, she's true to this, yeah.
Long-serving employee.
And obviously as paramedics, they have shift pattern work. So if you have a partner who does shift pattern work already, it's difficult to align so that you actually see each other. So imagine both of you are doing shift pattern work. And
they both work in the same.
Yeah, they both work in the same like ambulance trust thingy.
And team, right?
Yeah, team. So Stacey and Paula try to align their shifts so that they can actually drive around together. And so that they can spend time with each other.
When they're not at work together, yeah. That's the most important thing, so that they can work the same shifts so that...
it's so they can work together as well. Like, drive in the same ambulance.
Yeah, and then also when they're not at work.
Yeah.
They need to have some time together.
So, their manager, Michaela Morton, basically, they think she's making it very difficult for them to be able to do that.
In their minds, unnecessarily difficult.
So, they raised a grievance against her in December 2021. A joint one, and the grievance is not upheld because like you just need to do your shift work. Why does it need to be
Yeah,
at the same time as
who
your
asked you
wife
to marry? Do you
Yeah,
know what I
like
mean?
who begged you? So fast
I don't know if they're married, but and then someone joined, or if they met at work. I have no idea.
Yeah, oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. So yeah, that happened. It's not upheld. And then fast forward to 2022, they're still not aligned in their shift pattern work, and they raise another grievance. But again, nothing really happens. And then in July of 2023, there's a patient that both of them are quite close to, and the patient passes away. And because of their shift patterns, neither of them are able to go to the funeral, which essentially is one of, but not the only reason, obviously, one of the reasons why. And at this point, they're very pissed off.
I actually think that's a bit wild, though. Like, a funeral is like, I know it's not a close family member, but you should
still,
always
if
be able
it's
to
someone
make,
you're always picking up in your ambulance and stuff like that. So at that point, after the funeral happens, Paula goes onto Facebook and basically makes a comment about Michaela, but she doesn't mention her by name. But it triggers an investigation because someone snitches. I don't know who it is, but it triggers an investigation into Paula's social media, and she's given a first written warning once that happens. So it's like, okay, you know, you've got a first written warning, everything should be cool now. Okay, so this is where the story gets
left.
It goes left. So Paula's got her first written warning, cool. Stacey is still like, nah, I love my wife. I want to spend time with my wife. And she goes to her manager, Michaela's house, and she smashes her head in with a hammer.
Yep. Head shots, body shots. She literally
Everything.
attacked her with a hammer.
Attacks her. And of course, she is arrested for attempted murder. And can I just say as well, before she's arrested, she texts her wife, Paula, and says, I smashed her head in. I did it.
Yeah, I only went and smashed her head in.
Yeah. Like she did it. Like she must have had that in her because...
Yeah, and Michaela now has life-changing injuries. As you would imagine from being attacked with a hammer.
So she's alive.
She's alive, she survives.
Yeah, she survives. She was able... I feel like people might be thinking, what does this have to do with HR? So, obviously, there are court proceedings because Stacey has been arrested and charged with attempted murder. And Michaela is able to testify at Stacey's court proceedings. And she refers to Paula as an ex-employee. So that is how Paula, who is suspended at this time, to her knowledge, that is how she finds out that she is no longer an employee for the Northwest Ambulance Service.
Bearing in mind, Paula was not the one that attacked Michaela.
No, but she was arrested at the time and charged with the same thing.
They assumed that they were in cahoots.
Yeah, but once they did an investigation, they found out that okay, there's not enough evidence here to say that she did know or that she was involved in any way. So all the case against Paula was dropped. So yeah, but anyway, so the employers say that they dismissed Paula because of reputational damage, but Paula was never mentioned by name during the court case.
And also because they said because of reputational damage and also because of her association with...
I mean, I was getting there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Because of her association with her wife.
Yeah, because of her association with her wife, but also because she would obviously still have to work with Michaela and they thought they have a duty of care to her. So that's why she couldn't be around Michaela. But the idea of redeployment was also raised for Paula so that she could work in another part because it's the Northwest Ambulance Service. It's not just one specific area, but they didn't want to do that either. So how it ends is that Stacey is sentenced to 20 years in prison for smashing someone's head in.
Good for her. She's an idiot.
Like, what a stupid decision to make. Her and Paula were married for 9 years, by the way. And Paula took NWAS to tribunal where it is ruled that there was no reputational business damage and that they could have redeployed her, and that the fact that the case against her was dismissed meant that they should have just reinstated her. and they did none of those things. So Paula has actually won her case of unfair dismissal, but there's been no compensation given yet.
But they will give her.
They will, but it hasn't been confirmed how much it will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, she won her case.
There's so much to unpack here.
Ugh, where do you want to start?
I actually what do you think of the outcome for Paula?
Do you know what? I actually understand why they dismissed her. I don't actually think it's that far-fetched to dismiss the wife of the person who tried to murder the manager.
I'm on the other side.
From a safety point of view, because yes, the case was not was dropped against her, but as an employer, you would I'm not saying I would do it, but you would understand why you would be hesitant to bring that person back into the workplace, because really and truly, the person that you're going to want to prioritize is Michaela.
Yeah.
And the fact that is Michaela's direct report, that could cause all sorts of triggers, anxiety, depression, etc. for Michaela. So if you're trying to prioritize that, I understand why your mind might go to dismissal first. However, based on things having to be factual and finding out that the case against her was dismissed, I would just redeploy her.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even the outcome, it's how they went about the outcome. I think, there's no evidence to say that she was involved. So at that point, I get why you don't want to have the person who tried to kill you, you's wife, working in your team.
Yeah.
Like, that is going to be all sorts of triggering. Yeah. And I understand why you might not even really want them to be working in the same trust as you, but they should have just settled with her on that basis rather than like dismissing her basically for no reason and following this nonsense process. Because I also think, playing devil's advocate, if a man had killed or tried to kill, the manager, would they have
looked at the wife in the same way?
Yeah.
Potentially not. So
I wonder why they do you know what I mean? I'm just thinking about all different circumstances when you would basically, or if I'm not saying this has anything to do with their sexuality, but the fact that it's like two women in a relationship, I think it's like, I don't know how they have looked at it different, because even if it was a woman who tried to kill her manager, would they have then looked at her husband and dismissed him? It's like they're being looked at as one person, and I don't really understand why.
I understand that perspective.
Yeah.
I get that. I think maybe it was the text message. Like, maybe it was the fact that she texted her wife straight after. And I don't know what Paula's response was to the text, or if she responded, but...
They're getting... No, she never. She never.
But maybe stuff like that is what caused doubt amongst her employers.
Yeah, I wouldn't have that person working in my team, but it's just the lack of redeployment in a massive NHS trust.
Yeah, they should have redeployed her.
Yeah,
they should have. But I get the fearfulness of, thinking the easiest thing to do was to dismiss her after suspending her.
Also, saying in court or whatever that is a former employee is crazy, because it's giving, we've already decided, there's no process here.
Yeah, and the fact that it's coming from the person that she didn't cause her attack, but she caused the
involved in some way.
She pushed the ball down the ramp. So, to hear it from her must have been annoying for Paula as well.
Yeah.
Because what? I didn't know I was that. Well, how do you know?
Yeah. That is this is a crazy story. I mean, Stacey's an idiot. Obviously, we can all
100%.
I don't understand with stuff like that. What was her expectation? She thought, okay, I'm going to go and attack my manager, who knows what I look like. What did he do? What did she do? Put tights on her head. Like, manager knows what you look like, knows what you sound like. What was her plan after that?
She wanted to kill her.
Even then, you're probably going to get caught.
Yeah,
it wasn't a very sophisticated plan. And then you immediately texted someone to say you had done it.
Again, I don't think Michaela deserved anything that happened to her.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough context to say, how did she actually handle all of this stuff between them about the shift patterns and all of that stuff? Because it doesn't sound, if you're raising one grievance, two grievances, you didn't let one of them go to a funeral. It also doesn't sound like you were the most cooperative manager either. So you know, you have a married couple that works on your team. I'm not saying that you should always accommodate what they want.
When you, from time to time,
From time to time, you know, so they know that, you know, you got good intentions, but we got a job to do kind of thing. Like you would feel, oh, you know what, this week, let me put them on the same shift pattern, you know, like, but it doesn't feel like that was happening either. So yeah, you got to be nice to people when you're a manager. You can't always be on an authority trip or power trip. You know?
Yeah, but I'm not saying that Michaela was like that, but there are managers who are definitely like, they act in a way where you can tell that they know that you're at work. Do you know what I mean? Like, they know that within the confines of work, there's nothing you can do, so they're going to treat you. Anyhow, it brings me on to the other case that you were talking about, the KFC one.
Oh, yeah. Look at Lola using me.
Because I said it. I had no intention of actually explaining the case, but I'm a defer to my.
Has he told my TikTok to you since
they're on Velisa's TikTok, House of HR. I'm just a passenger.
Oh,
I actually told Velisa that I was going to be a passenger for this episode.
Yeah, so Madhesh, a man named Madhesh of Indian descent, worked for a KFC franchise under Nexus Foods. And, you know, from what I read, you know, nice guy, hard worker. And he was doing very, 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 very long hours while working at a KFC in West Wickham, so South London, keeping on the theme. And he was doing like 50-hour weeks while working at this KFC. And while he was doing this, his manager, Karjan, was basically being very rude and insulting to him and referred to him as this shit to an assistant manager, and also called him a slave while he was, you know, essentially working really hard in a way I don't think he should have had to. And in addition to this, Karjan is Sri Lankan and Madhesh is Indian. And Madhesh says that Karjan would basically treat the Sri Lankan employees a lot better than he would treat him. And he thinks that's the differentiation is, you know, their background. And basically, fast forward a little bit, Madhesh signs a new contract. Well, he's asked to sign a new contract. And he's not given very long to review the contract. And he's kind of pushed into, you know, sign the contract. And the contract says that he would be working a minimum of 45 hours a week. Who cares about working regulations? Let's just go straight in with 45 hours.
That's actually insane.
A week. And, you know, to my dismay, Madhesh actually works the hours. So he goes in, he does a minimum of 45 to 50 hours a week. And that continues for X amount of time until he's basically pushed to the edge when his manager rotas him to work an 89-hour week.
That's insane.
I don't... Like, what? Like, that is crazy. That is crazy.
89 hours.
Like, how audacious are you to put 89 hours on one person's rota?
That's two people's jobs. More than.
Literally. So that is what pushed Madhesh to now resign from the KFC franchise. And at first, when he does resign, he says that he's resigning because his manager keeps giving him too many hours. And then for whatever reason, it's not very clear, he changes his mind and then he sends another resignation and says he's resigning for personal reasons. So he does that. And and then while he works his notice, which is 14 days long, while he's working his notice on the 5th of August 2023, he emails HR and says, you know, I want this investigated. I want this looked into. I've been working this many hours. It's not right. It shouldn't be happening to me. It shouldn't be happening to anybody else, kind of thing. And HR say they're going to look into it. And then about a week later, he is dismissed. So then he doesn't even work his full notice period. They dismiss him for whatever reason. I don't even know what they would have told him. It's not very clear. And they don't investigate. So the manager, Karjan, actually resigns from the KFC in the November of that year. So HR don't take any action or look into anything that was happening. So this goes to Employment Tribunal, and Madhesh wins on race discrimination, race harassment, victimization, and he wins 62K. And Nexus Foods also has to pay a fine for not providing the right employment particulars, so the contract, to Madhesh. And I think it's an 8K fine that they got for that as well. But yeah, he really won. Like 62K is not bad.
Do you know what I find funny about it? It's like one of those things where it's like no one would, like, people who don't think, they would never think that like an Asian person could be racist to another Asian person, or they could be discriminatory to another Asian person. So I think it's a good case for that, to be like, listen, doesn't matter what color you are, like anybody can do anything to any person.
Not to flip it on us, but when I do talk to people via House of HR, a lot of the NHS cases I get are Caribbean v Africans, like black on black, but honestly, and I'm not gonna lie, it's the Africans that are the bullies when they talk to me. I can't lie to you. It's usually like Caribbean women, like older women as well. I'm not even talking about people our age. I'm talking about women in their like 50s and 60s coming to talk to me and saying that I'm not gonna lie, they do say Nigerians a lot. There's been the odd Ghanaian. There's been an odd Ghanaian, but it's usually Nigerians that are stressing.
You see how she's disassociating now? Because before it's like, I have Nigerian blood. Now she's looking at me.
Stressing out. They're stressing out some of the Caribbean women from around the Caribbean, like, you know, Grenada, St. Lucia, Jamaica, everywhere. So yeah, it's a thing where, like, you know, race is, you can still have race discrimination amongst the same race.
Oh, specifically race discrimination.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be white on black or Asian on black or whatever. Like, it could be the same race.
We haven't had a race discrimination case against a white person in very long. Like, the only one I can remember off the top of my head was the Ghanaians.
Oh yeah,
that was years ago. But I haven't. That was the one where, was it like a tire company or something?
Yeah,
and they called him a lazy white man or something. The Ghanaians, they were Ghanaians.
Yes.
But we haven't had like a race discrimination case for a while.
It's been a while. Yeah. I have seen a few cases recently where race discrimination has actually been rejected and it hasn't been upheld.
See the JP Morgan one? Oh no, that wasn't race, that was sex discrimination.
Oh no, I saw race. So there was a guy who was on his break and he was barefoot. And he was told to like put on shoes or whatever, and he saw it as like, you know, it was because of where he was from. As another one about a ham sandwich. I'll find them properly and we can talk about them. But these were rejected.
Do you know what? I don't know why it's reminding me. You know the video of the bus driver. Hello, get down. He was like, this is not Africa.
I hope he's all right though. Like, I hope that, you know,
he didn't get into trouble.
Yeah. He basically went viral.
Yeah, there's a bus driver. Basically, someone got on the bus and they didn't touch in or something, and then he obviously, you know, got out of his chair and he was like, "Hello, what are you doing?" Like, and he was like, "Hello, get down." And then he's basically saying like, "This is not Africa." Like, yeah, if you don't have your Oyster card, come and talk to me. You can't just get on the bus and go upstairs. Yeah. But now he's gone viral because that is the best. I say it to Chinchin all the time. I was just gonna say, get down.
Every time my son is jumping on the sofa, I'm like, "Hello, get down." And then he looks at me, he goes, "Get down." I'm like, "Yeah, get down." It's great.
Yeah, I hope he's not in trouble actually.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of, also on TikTok, a lot of bus drivers making content, like female bus drivers.
Girl?
There's one girl in particular, like, and there's a male bus driver who, like, I don't know if he makes content, but other people make content of him, and I don't know what bus he drives, but everyone seems to know. And like, I don't know why they're not afraid. Do you know what I mean? Like,
do you know what? I saw a TikTok actually of a girl saying, one type of person she doesn't feel sorry for are for people who make content at work. And I hear it. And I know we've spoken about it before, so I don't want to dwell on it too much. But honestly, people need to be so careful. Like, there's this guy that I really like on TikTok. I can't even remember his name. How I found him was he had a TikTok talking about mice in his house. And like his trauma from having mice in his family home or whatever. Yeah. But since then, he's spoken about a number of other things. And recently he did one where he's clearly at work. Yeah. He's clearly in a meeting room, like he's dressed in a suit or whatever. And he's like dancing, and the caption's like, you know, something to do with probation. I can't even remember what it is. But it's just like, why are you doing this? And then he has another one where he's speaking about kids who have autism. Like he's saying he's seen a lot of mums like breaking down on TikTok and crying because their kid has autism and they have no control over them. And he's like, well, you don't have to let them poo on the floor, like beat them kind of thing, yeah? Like you can still, Lola, you can still discipline them like your other children. Like they shouldn't be pooing on the floor regardless of where they sit on the spectrum, yeah? And but I'm just like, you're doing this in the workplace. Like I can see that you're in a meeting room. Someone is gonna catch you.
Yeah, and they're gonna say, look, this is the views of this company that you work at.
Literally, someone is going to catch you doing that. So just everybody be careful when you're recording.
I can't have energy for it in 2026. You know, make your content. If you get in trouble, you have to chop it. Like,
no, you do. You have to charge it because
like that's it.
We be telling you, don't make content in a meeting room. That's not your that's not your property. Like, don't do it.
I have seen a rise in like people making content about horrible jobs as well. I think there was a girl who said did one about Kidzania.
Oh really?
Yeah, she did one about how it was like one of the worst places, one of the worst.
They've closed it, no?
Yeah. And just a couple of other ones I've seen. Like I think it's like I saw a lady who was a social worker, and she basically got dismissed because they said that she kind of went outside of her professional boundaries one too many times, and she was basically doing a breakdown of what they were, and she said she didn't deny that she did it, but it was basically like she worked with children and you have to keep them at kind of an arm's length. Because she worked with this one boy who really smelled. Like he had really poor personal hygiene. And he was moving from where she was to like another place. And before she went, she got him like a little toiletry kit so he could like kind of be clean, and like, you know, deodorant, shower gel, sponge, and just like a little toiletry bag so that he could take it with him. And like he would just get into bed and his sheets would stink, and just like she tried to kind of educate him a little bit, or just give him the toiletry bag so that going into a new place, blah blah. And they told her, and she used her own money to do it, and then she told her supervisor. So that was one of them. Another one was I think somebody had an interview or something about school. Anyway, she bought him a shirt. And there was a couple of different things like that. And she was like, ultimately, like, it's not like she didn't tell anybody, like she did it and then she immediately declared what she did. But it said that she just did it too many times, and she was obviously having issues with boundaries, and she got dismissed. And I just feel like I get it, because those boundaries are there for a reason. Like, but also I think it must be so hard if you actually care to just watch somebody, a child who you know, like, they have no other option. And she was like, even the allowance that they get, I think they get £5 a day, and it has to cover their travel, their food, their everything. So sometimes they just didn't have money. And she was like, she wouldn't give them money, but she might buy them. Like, there was one time she had bought one of them like dinner or lunch or something like that. And I just feel like she shouldn't have to do those things, of course, because there should be a system in place that does it. But firing someone because of that is kind of crazy. But then you can't, if you have the boundaries, they have to be real. So yeah, it was like, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, this seems a stupid reason to fire someone, because obviously they care, but you can't just be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, because if you do, I get it, because her intention wasn't bad, but if you do it for one, then you're going to do it for others, and you know, you're not supposed to. So exactly. I understand, especially with work, like social work.
Exactly. I think it can be very emotive, but it's kind of, I think it's fine if you do it like, so, you know, you have those teachers who like provide free like sanitary products and stuff, or like deodorant in their classrooms, and kids can just go in and stuff. I think that's probably all right, because it's just like anybody can kind of have access to it, but like favoring one child over another and stuff is probably a bit difficult. But I can't imagine like what. I think another one was a lady who she was looking up, had, I don't know, checked in on, and she needed just a little bit of help cleaning, so she helped to clean. There's little things like that which you would just do as a human being, but because of the relationship you just can't do it.
Yeah. Do you know what as well? Do you know who need to get better at policies, internal policies? Schools.
Yeah.
Schools need to get better at them. I think a lot of them are outdated. A lot of them do not get updated enough to keep up with the times, and a lot of them just have a very subtle undertone of like bias, racial undertones. You know, like for example, things around hair. It will say things like and the policy is similar in my son's school actually. Mind you, my son's the only black boy only black person in his class. They have things like extreme hairstyles, like no extreme.
What's an extreme hairstyle?
Exactly. What is an extreme hairstyle? In 2026, what is an extreme hairstyle in secondary school or primary school? Like, are boho braids an extreme hairstyle, or is it subjective? Because if me and you are the head teacher of a school,
what is that? What is an
and we
extreme
see
hairstyle?
a little girl with boho braids.
I'm thinking like for someone who's not like, I don't know, it's like I don't know, maybe like spikes. Like what? Like a punk? Like what?
Yeah, but
what,
like if you, what is who decides? What an extreme hairstyle is? Do you get it? Like someone might think a mohawk is not an extreme hairstyle, and then someone else might think it is. Someone might think Fulani braids,
a little Bantu knot.
Do you know what I mean? A Bantu knot that might look like an extreme hairstyle. Or ones with, you know, when little girls in primary school have the beads at the end of their hair.
I love that.
Is that an extreme hairstyle? You know what I mean?
It's just a stupid word to use.
It is. Or like they have stuff about things like your nails if you're a girl, like
or anybody really.
Yeah, well anybody, but particularly young girls in like school or whatever, that they can't have
acrylics.
They can't have acrylics. Okay, but like now, if I come in with overlay or I come in with bayab, are you going to treat me like I've got acrylics? Like, I just feel like they just don't update their policies enough, and I don't think they keep up with the times, considering that they are looking after people who move very quickly with influence and time. Yeah. I just feel like, anyway, you know how I feel about HR in schools.
Yeah. Even that kind of stuff, like I understand that you want to kind of have a uniform policy, but it needs to literally be simple. Like, it needs to be about health and safety. Like, you know, ideally not in a way where your hair could get like caught on things, you know, I don't know, just it can't be your subjective view on what hair someone should be having. Do you know what I mean? Even words like, you know, tidy, tied back, blah, blah. Because if I got a teeny weeny afro, who's tying what back?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who are these policies for?
Yeah.
Like, who's that for? So is my afro being out, is that going to be an extreme hairstyle?
Yeah, it could be. But you know, like, I'm trying to think of like, you know, those people, you know, afros, ones that are just like super, super, super big that a lot of women have. In my head, they're like, there's flowers in it. And do you know what I mean? Like, really big afro. I can imagine someone come to school with that and they would say it was an extreme hairstyle.
Is that not nuts?
That is nuts. Of course it's nuts. Because if I just let my hair grow and it just grows down to my shoulders and, you know, it's straight and it's kind of European hair or whatever, there's no issue. I haven't had to do anything to it. Why do I have to do something to my hair before I come to work or school and nobody else does?
Do you remember like back in the day, because right now they're very lenient, but back in the day when dress code policies in the workplace, like the corporate workplace, was so strict. Like, I wish I still had old ones from like previous jobs. They were so strict.
There was one, I think we covered it on the pod, or it might have even been before that. The PwC woman, it was like the contractor, heels. She didn't want to wear heels.
Yeah. They used to be really strict. Like, you had to wear a certain type of shoe. If you did wear a skirt, you had to wear tights. Like, you had to have a certain type of shirt. It shouldn't have more than 2 buttons down. There was like some mad dress codes back in the day, you know.
That's where a lot of the good cases came from, like the woman who wanted I think it was the BA or the air hostess who wanted to wear her cross, and they said no.
Yeah.
In my studying, actually, there's been one of the modules is around professional ethics, and that's where you get all the stuff, and also legal services actually, but that's where you get all the stuff about Equality Act, and there's like, they'll give you an example and they'll be like, oh, you know, this company put in a new dress code and you're not allowed to wear a headscarf, and then they'll give you some options about what's the best way. Like, there's a member of staff who's Muslim and wants to wear a headscarf, what's the best thing to do? And you have to basically say like what the best thing to do is, like, exactly what it is. Like, is it direct discrimination, is it indirect discrimination, what is allowed, what's not allowed? And in one of them I actually got it wrong. I was like, obviously it's they basically said that everybody is not allowed to wear anything on their head, so it wasn't necessarily about Muslim people, but it was you applying the same policy to everyone, which disproportionately affects one group, so also indirect discrimination. And I think one of the options was tell the Muslim person that she's allowed to wear her headscarf, like that's her right to do so, and blah, blah. And I clicked that one and it was like, actually that's wrong. It's like there are some cases where it might not be your right to wear a headscarf. I guess some of them about health and safety. But in my mind, I was just thinking, well, obviously you can wear your headscarf, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't, I wasn't thinking about it with nuance. Like the law actually says like you can, like there are times, some cases where it may be appropriate to do so, but only if it's like absolutely necessary. So I was like, oh, not me getting the HR question wrong. And those are the only kind of HR-ish questions that are on there.
Interesting. But yeah, like I find the evolution of the dress code in the workplace very, very interesting.
Well, it's everything. It's like not even just like, I also think there's a lot of companies now that they don't really have a dress code. They could say business casual, but it's the same kind of thing. What's business casual? Because I promise you, it's not the same for everybody.
Engineers, their business casual is not my business casual. Yeah, because they all come in flip flops and shorts.
Listen, like there are like finance business casual is the jean, the shoe, and the quarter zip with a shirt underneath.
We don't do Nike tech.
The quarter zip with the shirt underneath, like that is the finance. Yeah, that's the uniform.
It is.
I actually recently went to Putchak and there were like doing mini golf, and there were like a group of men in front, and they were just screaming, "We work in finance." Yeah. There was like, "We work in finance," or "We work in some head office company for some sort of fintech," or I don't know.
You can always tell. You can tell them apart from like the marketing agency. And
there's a look. Yeah, I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, and I always feel like, what look am I giving? Like, I don't know. You know, I used to love going to work in like a corporate fit. Like I used to
when I was younger.
I used to love that. Yeah, when I first started working, I've got a photo of myself from my very first day at BCG, and I'm standing outside my mum's house, and I'm like doing this. I've got my hand on my hip, and I'm smiling in my black tight shift dress. And I just felt like I was it. I used to love going to little Dorothy Perkins, getting like a little work outfit.
Dorothy Perkins, DP.
I used to go to DP, get a work outfit, get a shirt, a nice trouser, or those like, you know, the dresses, the work dresses, like a corporate work dress, even with a blazer. I really thought I was doing something. Wow. I mean, at the time I was.
Yeah, you were. Mine was pencil skirt. Pencil skirt hated to see me come in.
And a peplum.
Ooh, what cha. That was me in my heels walking around the office in heels, you know.
Crazy.
I can't remember the last time I wore heels to work.
Crazy. I only do it from sometimes. Well, most of the time I do it if I'm speaking. I did it when we spoke at Black Business Show. I always wear heels when I'm speaking.
See, I didn't wear heels.
Yeah, but it's because I feel very tiny.
Fair.
I feel very tiny. Like, I don't know. I feel like it helps my presence, because when I don't wear heels, I'm like, why is this child on the stage?
Fair.
That's how it feels. So when I just wear heels because it just makes me, elevates me.
Fair. And then there's one more thing I want to speak about.
Okay.
Traitors.
Okay, go on. I don't watch it, and I'm probably not going to watch it, so I'm not really that fussed about spoilers.
So do you understand the concept of traitors though?
Yeah, I've played the game.
Okay, so you get it. Mm-hmm. So anyone who doesn't watch Traitors, basically it's a show that comes on the BBC. It is full of different people from different walks of life. They come to this massive castle, and when they get to the castle, some of them are labelled faithfuls and a very small number are labelled traitors. So Claudia Winkleman, who's the presenter, is the one who decides who is going to be who. And basically throughout the game, they are trying to win money via tasks and all of this stuff, but they are also trying to eliminate the traitors. Mm-hmm. So they have to look at people, there's like body language, suspiciousness, who are the traitors, to get them out. Because at the end of the game, if there are any traitors left, they get to split the money and the faithfuls do not get anything. Okay. So the aim is get all the traitors out, so there's only faithfuls left, so that you only split the money with the faithfuls at the end. Now, the people that have come to play traitors, we have had a mixture. So there's white people, Asian people.
And this is not celebrity.
It's not celebrities. Okay. It's just normal people. So, for example, there was a former police detective who didn't tell anyone that was her job. There were two baristas. There was like a fitness instructor, an account manager, like loads of different, a psychologist, like loads of different occupations. Yeah, loads of different races, ages, backgrounds, like ranging all the way. I think the oldest was like 64 or something, ranging all the way down to like 21. Yeah, so it's like almost like Big Brother, like that sort of casting. Now, my issue, and I love Traitors, I do, and I still watch it even though I'm about to moan about it. My issue with Traitors is every time people are suspicious or want to vote someone out as a traitor, every time they do, it's a person of colour. So at the beginning of Traitors, you had Ross, a black British-born Ghanaian. You had Nettie, who looks like an Indo-Caribbean. You had Judy, who was black. Her daughter Roxy, who's mixed race. Yeah.
People come in as mother and daughter.
So you don't know that people have connections. So Ross, the black guy, is with Ellie, who's a psychologist, but no one knew they were boyfriend and girlfriend. So you have Judy, Roxy, Ross, Nettie.
And you could still make one of those connections. One of them could end up being a traitor.
Yeah, and you don't know.
So like, let's say the boyfriend and girlfriend, they could pick the boy to be a traitor, and
she wouldn't know. Yeah. Then you have Maz.
That's win-win.
Yeah,
money's coming into the household.
That's what I said. I said even though one's gone, it's fine. Then you have Maz, Faraz. So I think So you have I think that's it. 7 people from ethnic minorities. Yeah. Only Roxy and Faraz are left.
Yeah.
In like a week's worth of episodes.
Were there any traitors in among them?
No. And that's the bit that killed me, is that none of them were traitors, but they were being looked at so hard or being set up so badly that they were always looked at as traitors. Like Judy was literally back, she was like, I'm literally just being me. And they were like, And it's just like, this is why a lot of people feel like they cannot be themselves in the workplace, because no matter what I do, you've made up your mind about me of who you think I am. And that's like my biggest issue with traitors, is that keeps happening. Ross looks so suspicious to everybody, and it's like he wasn't. Like, he was so innocent and he was being framed so hard.
Do you think the people that are traitors frame the people that, do you think they kind of think, I'm going to frame somebody, and who can I frame that people will be likely to believe that they did it? But maybe not in a conscious, I'm going to do it because they're black.
It's unconscious
maybe,
bias.
Yeah, maybe because of like, who of these people looks suspicious enough
100%.
that if I frame them, people will believe it. And maybe their bias contributes to who they even try to frame.
100%. Yeah. 100%. That's what's been happening.
Yeah.
Big facts from all of the traitors, by the way.
Yeah.
Who all happen to be...
Do they know who the other traitors are? No.
They do.
Oh, okay, so the traitors know themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mad. But on a side note, big up Harriet.
The game is the game.
Harriet's the best faithful that the Traitors has ever seen in all the seasons. She's a former barrister and a crime writer, and she is fantastic. She has been spot on. I wish I could go into the TV and say, you have found the traitors. Like, you know what you're doing.
Great, sweetie.
Yeah, literally. She's amazing. But yeah, I'll still be watching. But you know.
Sounds like something I would watch. There was something on Netflix similar called The Mole.
Yes, with the Secret Millionaire one thing. Or was The Mole different?
No, The Mole.
I feel like I've watched
both.
It was
on like a couple of years ago, but it was something very similar. Like, they put a mole in the group and you're all working together to look for money and do tasks, but then the mole is like
working against them.
Yeah, from the inside.
Yeah.
And then
I love shows like that.
Yeah. It's similar concept,
yeah, similar. But there's just more than one mole.
Listen, I always say that I'm gonna watch these shows. I am, once my exams are finished, I'm honestly like, I don't even know if that's true, because I've got so many plans. I feel like for the last 3 months, I've just been like, when my exams are finished, I'm going to do. But then now the list is very long.
Mate, I'm back, baby. I watched His and Hers on Netflix, which was great.
What's that?
It's new. Came out last week, I think, with Tessa Thompson. You should definitely watch it when you have time. It's a 6-episode limited series.
Okay, that's light work.
Yeah, so I've watched that. But The Pit is back.
No idea what that is.
It's a medical drama.
Okay.
Grey's Anatomy is back.
Okay.
SVU is back.
Yes, obviously.
Chicago Med is back.
Don't watch it.
So
Velisa, what? Anyway. Because where is the time? Where's the time?
So when my son goes to bed, that's when my time is. Even though there's something else I really should be doing in that time. It's how I decompress.
But where's the time? Like,
I decompress after a long day. I do that. Like this weekend, my son was with my mum. So best believe I'm up to date on all the shows that are back, because I had time.
I have plans. I'm actually going to catch up on like obviously SVU, Grey's Anatomy, all my usuals. I don't introduce new shows unless I'm going to commit to them. You know, like that's how I watch Real Housewives of Atlanta in however many months from
You've never watched
20
Married to Medicine, have you?
No, again on the list. But I had to watch it. I binge watched it. Do you know what I mean? I watched 15 years of it. Then same with Potomac, however many years. And then like, if you give me something, I'm going to be committed. I just can't commit myself to that many things. Aspirational though. Aspirational.
Thank you.
but also you need to change.
One day.
You need to change. Well, I'm glad that we're back like we never left.
I know. Cheers.
Clink clink. What is to be expected from us this year, Velisa?
I don't want to say consistency because
we say that every year.
Yeah.
But you know what? Every year we've been getting better.
we have.
Like last year was very good. We had a little summer break and a little winter break.
Yeah.
But come on, like we're only human.
Nah, we did well. But I think we used to get better at communicating when we're going to disappear.
Because some of the breaks are a bit ad hoc.
Yeah. They are. It's not our fault though. But yeah, I'll say more consistent, more brandles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know what? We've finished working with them for this little season, but shout out Team Flex.
I'm being very ambitious here, but one live show.
That's not ambitious. We should have done a live show.
That was very ambitious.
Yeah, live show, and this leaf is really stroking your hair. Live show and some other bits and bobs.
Yeah,
I really want to.
There's some fun stuff.
Yeah, I really want to do a newsletter, but I just don't want to overcommit myself. I would love to do a newsletter. I'd love it.
See how I'm keeping silent. Anyway,
there is something that I did want to say, actually.
Go on.
This is a plug for myself. So basically, you guys know that I run my own business. Over the last year, I've kind of been focused on very specific client work, which I am hopefully going to be moving away from shortly. Moving on to different clients and whatnot. But one of the things that I've always done, which I didn't really have as much time for last year, which I didn't like, is like recruitment and search. So I, like my company, Alchemy HR, we do like HR search only at any level, even exec search. So if you need a recruitment agency to fill a HR or an ops role for you, so I could also do like an office manager or something like that, or like a head of people, a HR business partner, a people assistant, anything like that, let me know. I'm actually going to link our website in the description of this episode, hopefully. But yeah, like I realized I never like actually plug myself on this podcast, but yeah. So holler at me if you need some recruitment help.
Plug yourself.
All right, that's it. You too. You next.
Oh, I should plug myself. House of HR, HAUS of HR on Instagram and TikTok. If you need some one-on-one advice, coaching, help with grievances, etc., there is a link in my bio and we can take it from there, and I'm happy to help. Please do not DM me your dilemmas. Thank you.
All right, there we go. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
That's a wrap, guys.